Hello! Hi! Welcome on in. We are here for session 91 of the Deviants Dorks campaign. I hope you're all having a good time. We're going to be hopping in with the players and seeing how they're doing. Just give me one moment. Okay, we're going to be hopping in.
We had to relearn how
Hello!
to yell because hello.
Hi.
Hello! Hi! How's it going?
I found my snap bracelet, and I also found a minion.
Oh,
Whoopee.
I'm trying to...
Whippy.
Huh. I'm trying to figure out what's happening because Tempter and Prar's reactive images are not showing up on stream.
They're cursed.
We're just being different. We're being extra today.
Oh, you know how we do that thing where we share news?
Yes.
Yes.
As I do this, what's going
Can
on
I
with
share
you guys?
something?
Yes.
It's my little brother's birthday today.
Oh my god, happy birthday, Zoe's little
Let's
brother.
go.
So, if you're watching, please start singing "Happy Birthday" for my little brother Jack. He is the best little boy in the entire universe, and I love him. Thank you. That's my news.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Jack.
Happy birthday, Jack.
I graduated college.
Oh my
Hell yeah!
god!
Fuck yeah! Congrats.
I did do
Shit.
that. I did in fact do that.
Congratulations.
I'm fucking out of there. 4 years. I'm gone. See ya.
You gonna go touch bones now?
I can. If I really want to.
You should go touch
Yeah.
bones.
I should go touch bones.
Especially
I'll
since
touch
it's
your
like
bones.
No.
Sorry.
My bones are more expensive than a crown, okay? No bones for a crown.
Hey. Hey.
No bones for taffy. For a whole taffy? Maybe.
If you have any bones you want to donate, I'll take good care of them.
Unfortunately, my teeth are back home with my parents. I can't send them to anyone.
I am going to ignore the fact that
Your
it
teeth are
is
back home with your
illegal to
parents?
own human bone.
How are you gonna chew things if your teeth are back home with your parents?
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. My wisdom teeth.
It's the joke I'm making.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm a little. I did think. Just a little.
Wait.
By a little, I mean a lot.
Quick question, Ray. Do we have an updated art for Daisy or no?
We have an updated ref sheet
Hi.
that I can cut for her head right now, but I do not have anything else.
Okay, all good. We can.
To be fair, that's not gonna happen. Technically, that art would not be canonical until it.
Shut your face.
Yeah.
Shut your face. We're not talking about it. Shut your face.
Oh, all good.
Look at my cat. Look at her.
Gosh, cat.
Oh
Olive, I need you to know right now, I'm being so good at opening a different stream because my favorite band is currently streaming writing demos.
Oh my god.
Yo.
And I'm being so good and I'm not opening it.
I appreciate that. Okay. Is there anything else people want to shout out before we start session? Any projects? Any streams? Any stuff going on in life?
I might stream tonight, and I have little Lego food containers now, so that's cool.
Ooh.
I am pushing myself to actually finish the rep sheets of my characters for Art Fight this year.
Hell yeah.
Made progress on them.
Oh, hard fight.
Karen, I'm gonna need you to stop staring up at me like that.
I just now need to make the choice of do I draw during session or not.
What do you want?
Ooh. I gotta shout out before we start stream. I got a Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Just listen.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
I'm jealous.
It
I didn't hear anything.
God damn it, Discord! Stream got it. Stream
Yeah, turn your noise
Yeah.
suppression off.
Stream got
Discord
it.
cut you.
That's the important thing.
Yeah.
Stream got it?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like with OBS, there is no way to remove. I mean, there is a way, but like, there's no way to remove the sound. The sounds are all there.
Okay. Then,
There is a way to do that.
I think, without further ado, let's hop into session if you all are ready.
hi, baby. Sorry, my dog.
Oh,
Oh, someone's dead.
Who just left? It was Lone.
Oh
Hello?
no.
let's
Who's ready? Not Lone.
Hi,
let's
Desi.
stop. Let's start
Hello.
session. Last time, you all were having a meeting with Vaughn when the window to the main office room shattered. Um, you all got ready for combat, waiting and ready for anything to attack, when Vaughn was then promptly pushed out the window by an invisible force. Tempter, you attempted to grab Vaughn, and then Cleo, you used feather falling to slow his descent. And you were all, with Moon's help, you realized that there were invisible enemies, these invisible stalkers in the room, getting ready to pounce. You all defeated the two in the room and realized there was a third one, kidnapping Vaughn and pulling him up to the roof. Cleo jumped out of the window and unveiled their true form, flying to the roof and seeing a dwarf wizard on the roof, as well as Vaughn getting abducted. And the rest of the party followed suit, either teleporting or flying to the roof to continue combat. You dealt with the last invisible stalker while dealing with a poisonous cloud of gas, and the wizard that was assaulting you all jumped off the roof and used teleport, disappearing into thin air. It is just after that fight you are all kind of recuperating on top of the roof, and Daisy, you have the highest passive perception. You kind of go to the end of the roof to look down at where this asshole fell. You were trying to get there at the end of combat, so you want to see if you can notice anything. And while looking down, you see off further into town, about 5 or 6 buildings down, on top of one of the roofs, is Prar. And Prar, you look up and you can see Daisy just standing on top of Hush, furiously waving at you.
Hi!
What the fuck are you doing up there?
Fighting an evil wizard.
What?
There's a second one.
Cleo's just
What?
laying on the ground.
I realize that you probably can't hear me from 6. Maybe you can hear. Can Prar hear me?
It's very quiet. You're on top of an 11-story building.
Daisy starts pointing down. Evil wizard starts doing hand motions to try and make a wizard hat, and then starts pointing at Moon Wizard, and then like evil, like making
Evil.
Par's like very visibly trying to figure out what the fuck Daisy was trying to tell him.
I'm trying. You start doing charades. It's like, okay.
And he's just going to get off the roof and go over to Hush.
The rest of the party.
That starts pointing at. Wait, can I do one more thing before the rest? Starts pointing at Vaughn and goes, Vaughn.
Par is now sprinting towards Hush.
Par, you run over to Hush and take the awkwardly long elevator ride up to the top of the building. The rest of you, by the time Prar gets out on the 11th floor, you all are able to get off of the roof, in through the emergency hatch, and down into the waiting room just outside Vaughn's office. A minute passes and the elevator door opens, and Prar, you can see the rest of your party. Daisy is maimed. Vaughn looks damaged and frazzled, and Cleo looks like they've been
sorry.
on the brink of death.
Cleo healed everybody with all of their silly little spell slots before they laid on the floor and died.
Apologies. Never mind. Everyone looks good except for
Practically.
Cleo.
I am
Who-
a little maimed since people have seen me. I have a few scars on my face.
Cleo looks like
Just a-
they did like 3 miles in a row. And like just got done running.
What the fuck happened?
Don't worry about it.
We got the cool
Hi.
sword. That's the wrong character voice.
Holds up sword. It's cool sword.
It's like I can still hear that voice.
So, hi.
Hi.
I haven't seen you in a while.
Do you want a hug? You look like you
Yeah.
need a hug. Okay, come here.
Big hug. Daisy scoops you up and like throws you basically into the air. She's strong. I miss you, bitch.
What the fuck are you doing here?
Long story. Well,
Okay, cool.
you know,
Again.
the whole dying thing, pointing at Tempter.
Yeah. What
Pardon?
happened here? Why is the window broken?
Your boyfriend. I'm still in the wrong character voice.
You sound an awful lot like someone we used to know.
Somebody
Your
that
boyfriend
yes,
managed to get himself almost kidnapped.
Vaughn's kind of in the back and just like raises the hand sheepishly, like, I'm fine now.
Also, question. Daisy looks at all of you. When the fuck were you going to tell me that there was an actual literal angel? Like an angel
Oh.
in the party. You
A
like
little more
you
of a
can go by the
demigod.
way.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Okay. Alright. Cool. Daisy starts blushing and looks away from Cleo.
I'm. You didn't have this reaction when you were initially told that I am the child of my father. You know, in the big ol' war meeting that we had.
Yeah, but I didn't realize. Like, look, I call my mama my god. She's not a real god. You're okay. Okay, cool. Look, I'm just stupid. I can say that. I'm not. I didn't go to school.
You are okay, darling.
While that's happening, Par has like walked over to Vaughn and is just like holding him and refuses to let him go. Like
Vaughn just like in your arms just kind of like sighs and is like, I'm okay with this. and he's like, let's talk in my office. Let's go to my office.
Yeah.
And then just pulls you all in to his office and shuts the door behind you all.
now, I know Par has 7 strength. How viable is it that Par could pick up Vaughn right now?
Vaughn is very small and very skinny. Roll a strength check.
Roll a strength check.
Gotta be the 10.
Cleo was holding
That's
Vaughn
fair,
like a
remember.
little wet cat.
Okay.
Like
Is
the
a
little
12
soggy
enough?
cat he is.
You had to beat a 10. So you are... It's a little awkward, but you are able to... what does the carrier look like? Is this a fireman? Is it the Princess Scoop? Is like what kind of carrier?
The Princess Scoop.
You Princess
Like,
Scoop
Vaughn will start to like move towards
Princess
his office and Par is just going to scoop.
You just full on Princess Scoop Vaughn.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, I guess this is happening now.
You don't get a say in this, you just... Office.
you all head into the office, and Vaughn would have made sure to close the door behind you guys, but just kind of like kicks it shut with his foot, and he's like, this, while still being princess carried, and just like with like the deepest look of shame on his face, he's like, this room is protected from any magical scrying, so no one can listen in on our conversation. Can you put me down, please?
Where he's going to sit in his chair and put Vaughn on his lap.
What if
Oh
we
my God.
like magically
Yes.
scry?
Yes.
Can we magically scry from within?
Pardon?
You. That's actually a good question. I don't know. You could try.
For a second, I thought I was asking a stupid question, but now you don't know the answer to it. So, okay, cool. I can't scry either way.
I don't have any. I don't have any spells left. I took
Are
on
you
that
okay?
form.
Is
No.
Tempter still carrying, or at least like helping Cleo move around? Can Tempter still be doing that?
Yeah.
Tempter's gonna guide Cleo to the nearest available couch, and let them sit down there.
They're streaming D&D.
Yes, we are.
We are streaming D&D, Hobo.
We are
Wait, what?
D&D.
They can hear you, Hobo.
um, Daisy's gonna sit down on the couch next to Cleo and is just staring at them, just like with the look of like, wait, they were serious. They were.
Cleo still has their big ol' hat on, so like you can't see their face, but you can like just tell there's a hole in their stomach. Well, there's a hole in their clothing where there was a hole in their stomach.
And Daisy, you are carrying the sword that you saw fall from the heavens and plunge into their chests.
Well, no, you guys didn't see it fall from the heavens. You just know it fell from the heavens.
Yeah, never mind.
Time stopped.
Time stopped.
I pulled it out. So I saw it from your stomach, and you told me it smited you with it. So, I don't know that it fell from the heavens. I know what a smite lurks worth, but mine doesn't come from the sky. So, Daisy's just holding the sword, staring at Cleo. Just starts looking up and down.
Oh, do you mind right now?
You want me to put this away?
You do as you please with the sword. I already stated that you could have it.
Well, what do you mean, do you mind, then? I don't understand.
No, I mean, You're staring, darling.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's you're like really cool. And I'm trying to figure out how I feel.
I appreciate it.
You also kind of scare me.
Yeah, no, I tend to get that.
But like in a good way. Not a lot of things scare me. So
I believe Vaughn was speaking at least a little bit.
yeah, Vaughn. Yeah. Vaughn.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what I was saying. I just got pushed out of a window.
What?
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yes.
I jumped out
That
of
did
that
happen.
same window.
I didn't fall that far.
Yeah, no, you were being carried off.
And then you started going.
You started heading
Yes.
upwards and not downwards.
Yeah, no, it was a little concerning. I thought my featherfall spell had a mishap.
So a little bit of wild magic kind of stuff? Or...
No, I've never experienced wild magic before, but yes, I guess in that vein. I thought for the briefest of moments.
We did reconnaissance on the enemy. It is a wizard named Hunger. Was trying to kill me, kidnap me.
Yes.
One of the two, maybe both. I don't know. Oh.
Oh?
Oh?
I love the unanimous oh.
Huh?
He does, and Vaughn looks around to everyone else and like stands up out of your lap, Prar.
Time to put it together. He doesn't know.
Prar, we have bad news.
What did I miss?
A lot.
Quite a
The
bit,
dragon is free.
actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're just going to say it right out loud like that? Okay.
Yeah,
He
no,
needs to know.
Tal just showed up and said yes.
I go on one date and everything goes to shit.
Yep. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Varuktar is free.
So this is happening. Okay, cool.
Which means this war is closer than we had anticipated.
Indeed.
Significantly closer.
I think that's why they attempted an attack on my life. As a way to kick things off.
We need to make sure your safety is ensured. Gone.
Yes.
As well as Terra's and the other leaders that are still within the city. It is quite possible that multiple attacks could have been happening at once, yet we were here with you. We do not know who else ruled the other leaders.
That's a good point. I will get in contact with... Actually, no, fuck it. And you see he reaches underneath the desk, and you all hear just a click as he presses a mechanism underneath the desk. He's like, Tara should be aware that I want to speak with her. She should be on her way now. If she is any later than 10 minutes, then we'll know something has happened, and knowing her, she's probably fine.
Probably, yes.
Likely.
We'll look... Once she's here, we'll look into the rest of the town leaders and make sure none of them got attacked. If I'm with Tara, I should be fine. We will make sure we are together for the time being.
You better.
That is smart.
If you get yourself killed, I'm going to revive you to kill you myself.
Wait, if you're together, doesn't that mean it would be easier to kidnap you?
Lacey, we fought Tara. You know what she's like.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's why I think she's probably fine. But we'll make sure to stick with teams of two. Make sure no one's on their own.
Yes, no, that would be a very good idea.
I think you all should do the same.
That would be wise.
Definitely.
We don't want another kidnapping to happen. Honestly, at this point, I'm a little lost for words. have been always trying to figure out what to do next, and at this point, I'm a little,
I just sent it to my roommate instead of.
this is a little over my head.
It's their cat.
What do you all see?
I won't lie, I'm really fucking scared.
Wait, what do we see?
What do you think? What?
Oh, okay. I was gonna be like, I see you, and I see the party. Not much else. But what do I think? Fuck.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's yeah.
Hungry? I also think hungry.
Concerned.
Frankly, kind of pissed.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But mostly hungry.
We can.
Yeah, would Denny's be an appropriate place to do like a meeting?
I haven't been to Denny's
Yes!
in over a year. Oh, I'd love to go to Denny's.
Yeah, let's go to Denny's. As he is saying this, the doors to Vaughn's office just blow open, swing open violently, and you see Tara just kicks the doors open, and she's like, "What's going on?"
Hey, good. She's
do you need?
safe.
We're going to Denny's.
Yeah, we're gonna
going
go
to
to
Denny's.
Denny's.
You summoned me for Denny's? Fuck yeah, let's go.
Yes!
Additionally, Tara, there was also an attempted assassination on Vaughn just now.
Yes, that
Oh, yeah, that
was
too,
also a thing
by
that
the
happened.
way.
Yeah.
By the
way.
By the way, that did
Or
happen.
kidnappation.
Yeah, no.
Either one.
Tara looks
We don't
over to
know.
Vaughn and is like, "You good, buddy?" And Vaughn's like, "Been better."
Bart is holding his hand, by the way. He may have stood up, but Bart's still holding on to him.
And Tara's just like, "Denny's." And just like turns and starts walking out.
Denny's!
Yes, Denny's.
Denny's! Denny's! Denny's!
Alright, I may be a little bit slower.
Here, let's
Getting-
hold up here.
getting down there.
Tara turns back around and just like fireman carries you.
Yes! Yes! Not at all what I was going for. Definitely not. I totally wasn't trying to have Tara. Tara carry me. No, never.
Just
never.
one hand fireman carry over the shoulder, and just like drags you to the elevator.
I appreciate this, Tara. Could you be a little gentler with me, please?
Understood. And she like
They
swings
cough
you
up a little
down,
bit of blood.
swings you down, and Princess carries you instead.
Alright.
Y'all coming?
Not Cleo having gay panic.
Listen, they just
Who
got
wouldn't?
smited. They deserve this.
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah,
but still.
I deserve a little treat after just getting like
I know.
stabbed.
Question. I'm not sure if I need to attune to the sword, but can I attune to it while we're walking?
You can attempt to attune to it. It is non-magical.
Okay, it's just a sword.
It's just a sword.
It's
Yeah,
just a
it's-
sword.
Yeah, no, it's just a sword
It
that
is very ornamental. It is silver, but it is non-magical.
yeah, no.
Mm-hmm. This is a very fancy-looking sword.
Yeah.
You all gather to Denny's, and upon Tara entering, she looks around and is like, official city business, please everyone get the fuck out of here. And just starts like kicking people out. And then she just walks over like to the cashier and just like drops a bag of gold onto the counter and is like, this should be enough. And then like starts pushing tables together. Like without, you see like this
I love her.
this like 16-year-old kid like sweeping like near the tables and just watches Tara just like start pushing tables together, and he just like sighs and like goes back to work.
Tempter's gonna make an offhand comment to Moon Wizard saying, "How many town meetings have we had at Denny's now?"
I don't know. I can't remember.
Neither can I, unfortunately.
And Tara's like sitting at the now head of this like 3-table like amalgamation, and it's like this like as you two are talking and looks up from the menu, is like, order anything you want, it's on me.
All right. I guess we'll go sit down at the Okay.
Excellent. I
Cleo
rub my,
goes to sit down
my
at the
greedy
table.
little wizard hands together.
Hey, Cleo. Weird question.
Yes.
How
Yeah.
do you think your dad would feel about me melting down this non-magical silver sword, turning it into jewelry, and selling it to make some money?
Oh, you would be so pissed. It would be so funny.
Good. Okay. Right, that's next on my docket. What?
Your
What do we have?
your orders are taken.
Ooh,
Is it? What do you order?
Can I get? I haven't had it in so long. Can you make me too?
Discord
I didn't hear that. I did
Bro,
not
my
hear
God.
that.
spoken of
Oh my
frequency
God.
that only dogs could hear.
Sorry, I spoke in the really high pitched Daisy voice. I would like classic, aka a reminder from session 1, an obsession of daisies. Can I have a tuna melt, please?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I
Tuna
forgot
melt.
about the tuna
Hell
melt.
yeah. Tuna
Daisy
melt.
tuna melt.
Tuna melt.
Tuna melt.
Some carrot cake and a strawberry milkshake with fries on the side to dip in the milkshake. Cause I'm a heathen.
Caroline takes your order and is like, absolutely, darling.
I missed you, Caroline.
I missed you too, just sweetheart. Just kind of like nods and just like like takes everyone else's orders. Um, your food is delivered. After the food is made and delivered, Tara then basically asks the staff to leave the building and lock them all in. And you see Caroline is just kind of like sitting outside with a newspaper, like outside the locked door, waiting for you guys to all be done.
Hella respectful of our general shenanigans and bullfuckery.
Tara paid very well.
Yeah, I know, but like, still, bitches just be letting us do stuff.
So, what do you want to?
I'm going to eat my food.
I believe a general review, like detailed review of what the fuck just happened, is in order, and then afterwards, maybe a nap for me.
Okay. Vaughn just kind of like sits there at the head of the table, with you next to Emperor. It's like, the war council meeting happened. We got filled in on a bunch of stuff going on. Moon Wizard disappeared and then came back with Tal.
Oh yeah, that happened. I forgot to mention that earlier.
It was my first time meeting the God of Magic, and he came in and said we're all fucked. And that Varugtar's free.
Mm-hmm.
And then about 20 minutes later, I got pushed out of the window on the 9th story. Almost kidnapped. Held in a toxic gas cloud by an invisible attacker. Got saved by Cleo, who is an angel. Literally.
We went over that in the meeting, darling. Yes.
Yep.
I'm literally the child of Asphodin. You
Literally
know.
and metaphorically an angel. For saving my
Yeah.
life.
It does sound more like I'm so used to like crazy things that I thought that was just kind of like
You thought I was bullshitting you.
Exaggeration?
I'll be honest, a lot of people try to put things over my head that I've stopped believing people.
That is so fair.
I'm really stupid, okay?
No, you're not stupid. Never say you're stupid ever again.
Liz? Daisy starts crying and moves
Saying
her
you're
shoulder.
stupid is stupid.
Oh.
And then the wizard who was attempting to kidnap or kill me jumped off the roof and disappeared.
Yep.
Oh, and
That is in fact what happened.
We scryed on him and found out he was in the fort outside of Olden, the one that's under the control of the hobgoblins and goblins.
From that, we also learned that his name is Hunger.
Yes, we did also learn that his name is Hunger.
And that he's
Which I won't lie is kind of badass.
I mean, did his parents forget to feed him or something? Is that why he's called Hunger?
Oh my goodness.
I do not know why he is called Hunger.
Yeah, I simply know that his name is Hunger.
You know, I kind of don't want to find out.
Out of character, for some reason my lips feel like they're burning.
That is weird.
That's really weird.
That's a little concerning.
I am a little concerned.
Really pop.
I don't know.
How do you not know?
Well, haven't had many allergies in my lifetime. I think it's my new lip balm.
Okay.
If it feels tingly, and it's usually not supposed to feel like that.
Yeah.
Either that or
I found
bit
out
my
recently.
lip. I might have just bit my lip.
I found out recently that I'm allergic to kiwi.
Oh my goodness.
Not kiwi!
I know, that was my reaction.
That's so sad.
I'm also allergic to kiwi. Don't tell Oppo.
Oh my god.
It's like my avocado allergy. It's really, really mild, okay?
Well, mine's also really mild, but it does mean I can only have one of my favorite drinks from our local boba place every now and again, and not as often as I want to because it does have kiwi in it.
Yeah, no, it's like it bothers you. It's not like it's gonna kill you. It just bothers you.
Yeah.
Like when pineapples hurt your throat.
It's the same feeling.
But
except it's not supposed to do that.
Pineapples aren't supposed to hurt your throat.
No, they are.
Oh,
okay.
Pineapples
are. That.
Okay.
You're about to freak out for a second. You're just like, oh.
Allergies.
Yes. No, before that, back on the topic. D&D.
Dungeons and Dragons, yes.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Tara looks to you, Moon Wizard, is like, so, What's the plan?
I don't know. Why are you looking at me?
You're the one with the god on speed dial who came in and took over the meeting.
That is true.
This
Yeah.
is true. I don't know how. You really want me to summon my god here to eat at Denny's with us, like at a table, at a booth table
No,
in
I think
Denny's?
that would be funny.
I just didn't know if you had any like godly premonitions or visions or
I don't
anything.
get those.
Okay, yeah, no.
No,
Those two aren't as common as one might think.
Yeah, Moon Wizard doesn't get premonitions from their god. They get bullied by their god.
Cool.
Yeah, no, it's more
Pretty
often
fair.
threats.
We bully the god in like reply. So.
Okay, any like godly bullying telling you what we should do or
Mostly
Do you
just putting a
think-
dunce cap on the kid.
Hey, do you think if we sent a Kek a message, they could like do some
Maybe.
divine intervention shit for us?
Possibly.
It is an
Well,
option.
maybe.
We do have the sending stones to Keck.
Yes, we
Aphrodite's
could
probably
could
gonna like
ask
us more than
Chakek.
Cal. Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
I mean, I'm
Cal
going.
doesn't like anyone.
I feel like we probably shouldn't be discussing this in a public place.
There's no one here.
There's no one in
else
here, and the
besides
doors are
us, Moon
locked.
Wizard.
Like,
There's actively like
yeah. We actively kicked everyone out.
yeah.
It's kind of rude, wasn't it?
Little.
it's official government business. In the fancy Denny's.
Exactly.
Fantasy Denny's.
Yeah, as she said, it's official bullshit.
Well, anyways,
I have
in my
official-
personal opinion, I think that we should probably inform our allies of what's happening
I
so that
agree.
they can prepare to bear arms when necessary.
I also believe it would be wise to increase the security with our town leaders and comply with the idea of Vaughn saying that each leader should go in pairs of 2 or more to ensure their safety.
Yes.
We do not know how many more attacks there will be, if any.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
Did we ever get any updates on what's his face? The old guy on the council. That was like suspicious.
Oh.
Morin? Is that his name?
I think it was. I just think we still
Yeah.
don't like him. I think it's just we still don't like him.
Morin is his name. I don't.
Ooh, we hate your pussy.
I believe the last you talked that this was brought up. It will both. Let me pull up the name.
It was with Quincy, right?
Was I here?
I don't know. That was a while ago.
Yeah.
This was Silent. Daisy was not here for that.
Okay.
No, but I am just thinking if
Yes, Quincy.
if we've already had someone attempted to assassinate, if Morin is involved, things could be happening in Thailand.
Yeah, the last that happened, Quincy and Avandra were both investigating Morin to see if he had any ties to Varuktar because he was close to Zentra, who was in league with Varuktar and killed by the Doctor.
If we had any updates on that, because I don't know when that was.
In-game, probably around a month ago. I think. Maybe even less than that.
I think it was less than that.
In-game. Maybe 3 weeks ago in-game.
I think even less. I think it was like 2 weeks.
No, because There was that.
Oh, then
Kill the Ooblex.
Yeah, never mind the Ublex.
The side quest of Tempter, and now we're here. And
Yeah.
that's like
Because the side
each
quest,
of those was like a week
the
long.
side quest with Tempter was like took about a week, and then
Yeah.
Ublex took like half a week.
Well, we also have to get there on train, which takes a week.
Oh, and then get back. Yeah. So about 3 weeks.
Yeah. Would we be able to try and get an update on that?
Avandra and V are both council members of Silent, and both are in town. They came into town for the war meeting, and basically all the counselors who showed up for the war meeting decided to stay an extra day after basically learning about Varuktar and having the whole meeting with Tao. They basically decided instead of leaving immediately, they were going to stay in town and wait 24 hours before making any decisions or going anywhere.
They should also be informed immediately of what happened to Vaughn.
Yeah. If we can set up a sort of like down low meeting with the Val to ask about that investigation, because it may be relevant now. Especially considering I don't remember if everyone here knows about Vaughn's dad.
I think everyone else, besides Cleo, I think everyone does.
I don't believe I know.
He's a bitch.
Oh, you said that in character.
Yeah,
My bad.
I don't know if Tara knows.
Per's looking at Vaughn like I haven't like none of this is in character. Per's looking at Vaughn like this might be a good time to ask questions about that, right?
Vaughn's kind of looking to you and being like, you didn't bring up his dad, did you? You're just kind of like giving him weird looks. He's just kind of like looking at you confused. I was like, what?
He's gonna lean in and whisper like, the fact that Zentra was working with your dad and Morin was pretty close.
Oh. He leans in and whispers to you like, I haven't told Tara any of that.
That's why I'm not saying this. Like, I'm just saying. We might get some crucial information out of that.
Vaughn turns to Tara, is like, hey Tara, can I talk to you for a second? And Tara's just like, sure, yeah. And like Vaughn just grabs Tara and like pulls her off to a booth further away, just out of earshot from you guys. And it's quiet for a good 2 minutes. And then you just hear Tara yells like, what?
Yeah, there it is. Okay. So, Cleo. Basically, Vaughn's dad was working with Varuktar, and he was also working with a corrupt council member from Silent, who is also really close to a current council member. The corrupt one, Zentra, is dead now. But Morin, the guy we don't like, was pretty close with Zentra, so we've asked. We made contact with Vandra and Quincy. We asked them to look into it. So my thought process was, if he is involved,
that's not great.
There's also a chance that he's not. So
yes, of course. That's concerning.
Yeah.
That's-
Hence the whole, we should probably contact Avandra and check in on that.
yes, yes.
You all hear more shouting coming from Tara, and eventually she just stands up and storms past your table and walks out the door. And as she does, Vaughn's just like, but the buddy system. Okay.
She took that very unwell.
Yeah.
It appears so.
Vaughn walks up to the table. She's gonna go grab Avandra. She
Is she
was.
mad at?
Sorry, what?
Is she mad?
She was close with my father, and they were co-workers for a good 20 years. She also did not know that my father was my father, or any of the heinous shit that he did.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Trailer moment.
I'm just imagining fucking Moon Wizard saying that out loud in the middle of Fantasy Denny's.
Oh my god.
Even so, I believe it is good that she knows now.
Yeah, that's gonna be,
Probably for the better.
Exactly.
she's gonna be pissed at me for a while, but we have too many important things to deal with to,
You can be pissed at you, if that means I get to also be... Like, I get to be pissed at her on your behalf.
just give her time.
Of course.
She'll probably just go punch something. No, she's gonna... She said she's grabbing Avandra. I don't know.
I mean, worst comes to, there's a dragon she can take her rage out on.
I feel bad for that dragon.
I would also say so, but,
Given that...
No.
Yeah, given...
Yeah, that dragon's an asshole.
Oh. Anyways. Oh, come on, OBS.
Is OBS being a bitch?
OBS is being a bitch. OBS says that I'm not streaming, but Twitch says that I am.
Let me check.
what the fuck?
Did a quick reload on Twitch. You're streaming.
Okay, weird. I am also recording so I will have the video,
That's
there.
good.
But, back to it. In the meantime, while we wait for them, is there anything you guys want to discuss? Any plans or even just stuff amongst each other?
Well, once I am able to, I will be going to assist with work on any defenses I can.
Yes.
But at the moment, I cannot.
Yes.
I will need a moment to recover before I can do that, of course.
Understood.
Yeah. Do you need any hot chocolate or tea?
I think some rest first, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
I will attempt to gather more information on Varuktar. But I do not know if I will come back with sufficient results.
I will attempt to speak with Tal.
Look, I should probably go talk to Sandleaf.
The druid?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it has been some time since you have talked to it.
Yeah.
Do you think it has some information necessary for the war?
No, I just said that I'd go see them after I came back.
Ah, understood.
I've had a thing.
Understood. What about you?
I mean, what are you going to be doing? Because at this point, I'm not leaving you alone.
My plan was to spend all my time with Tara for safety. But we'll see how that goes. I've instructed Angel and Corbin to always be together, as well as Tara will instruct Tobin and Beck to always be together.
Oh, right. Do we have any people that would be willing to go through the Feywild to deliver a message?
Send someone to you. You want to send someone to the Feywild
Yes.
to deliver a message.
Yes. To get aid.
Who the fuck would be crazy enough to do that?
I recommend that they bring treats. And I'm trying to think of things that butterflies like.
Honey, nectar,
Honey,
sweet stuff.
possibly a vial of pig's blood. Butterflies like blood. Depends on the butterfly. But yeah.
I could see if Corbin and Angel would be willing to do it. I wonder if the mailman would go.
There's probably a mailman busy enough to go.
I was trying to remember what's the name of the mailman again? Was it Jimmy?
Oh, if they're
Just Jimmy.
the
Yeah!
mailman of the one mail guard.
Yeah. Maybe I'll talk to Jimmy.
I've heard they're a little insane when it comes to delivering messages. So
I wonder
maybe
if we could ship mail to the Feywild.
Yeah.
Ask
Might be
Henry.
able to. Yeah, I'll ask Jimmy. Yeah, I'll talk to Jimmy. Give him the lowdown. I've kind of been talking with this really hot butterfly person, and they're kind of a god in the Feywild in a way. They might be willing to help.
What does a butterfly person look like?
Very beautiful. Oh, out of character. What does actually
The butterfly
look
looks like
looks
a 25-foot tall monarch butterfly. It's not a person.
Thank you. Thank you. Look, my character can turn into a bunny. I think they'd look at a butterfly and go, they're very pretty. They're very beautiful.
That's
very
a person.
yeah.
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 Not a horrifying eldritch Fabian.
Yeah. Yeah, they look like a really big butterfly. Really big butterfly. A little scary.
Okay.
But very nice, at least to me.
We'll see if we can get someone to send that letter. Yes. And then as Vaughn's saying this, the front doors to Denny's opens up, and Tara and Evandra head in. You see Tara just sits down at the end of the table and just puts her two black combat boots up onto the table, and Evandra just kind of looks around at everyone gathered and is just like, "Hi, friends. How are you doing?"
Not great, if I'm being honest.
So you remember the last time we spoke?
The last time we spoke, or us specifically? That would be in Silent, right?
Yeah. About the whole...
Oh, we're talking about that.
Yeah, we're talking about that, because it might be a little bit important now.
We're talking about that with them, and she points to Tara and Vaughn.
Yeah.
Okay. Are they already informed?
Did we tell them? I don't remember.
Which specifically did we tell or not tell them?
About Morin.
About Zentra.
And
that we don't like Morin? I don't think we did. Because the only reason why we suspect Morin is because we know the doctor killed Zentra, but they don't have proof that the doctor killed Zentra.
I think Prar told Vaughn.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Because when they got back from Silent, either when they got back from Silent or Har and Vaughn spent some time together, and he basically spilled everything, I think.
That does sound familiar.
Yeah. So Vaughn knows, at least.
Vaughn definitely told Tara. At least about Zentra. Not about Morin. Evandra brings the two up to speed about Zentra and his connection to Varuktar, and brings up your suspicion about Morin, and turns to you all and it's like, Quincy, I would say Quincy and I, but it's honestly mostly been Quincy, has been investigating Morin about the possibility of him being a double agent, especially with his ties to Zentra. I'm gonna be honest, we haven't found much, if anything. Morin's an asshole, but hasn't been doing anything suspicious.
That's a good thing. In that there isn't that concern anymore, at the very least. Bad thing because we just kind of don't like Warren and kind of would have been nice to have something on him, you know?
I get that. Unofficially, under the table. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My.
Tara speaks up for the first time. When checking in with Evandra, I checked in with the other town leaders. They are all fine. None of them got attacked. We warned them to stay close to any guards that they have, and I have appointed some of the adventurers from Freak Swords as bodyguards for them.
That's good.
This is wise.
Anything else you guys want to talk about?
I believe I've spoken through everything that needs to be said. Anyone else?
I also believe I've said all that needs to be said.
Indeed.
Yeah, that was my main concern, and we've sort of dealt with that.
Daisy starts shoving a carrot in her mouth. Wow.
Okay. And Tara just stands up. You all know where to find me if you need me. I don't know, go do what we discussed. I have to go. And she just leaves.
I should probably finish my grand slam before it gets cold.
Yes, do it up. Do it up, good sir. Slam it. Slam it down. Crazy stuff.
Oh my god.
Crazy stuff.
You all finish your food. And after eating and kind of letting Caroline know about that she is free to run Fantasy Denny's in normal operation for the rest of the night. You all are left to your own devices and able to spend the day doing whatever you want, interacting however you want, but I feel like this might be a good place to take our 10-minute break, if that's alright with everybody.
Yep.
Okay.
That's cool with me.
I got a dusky.
Dusky.
Now he's behind me.
Okay. Then I'll see everybody in 10 minutes. See you soon. Hello, hi, welcome back. We are back from our break. We're going to be popping back in with the players and seeing how they're doing. Hello.
Macy's been bringing me toys recently, and I love her.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how's it going?
So cute. It's good.
Hello.
I have a Macy
here. Hi, Macy.
Miran just brought
Nice.
me a present.
Ew.
Did you hear that one? Thank
Yeah,
God.
that
was-
Something's been coming
that
through.
Yeah.
Crisp.
I got a present from
Oh,
Mirren
yeah?
and I'm so happy.
Aww. Stream got that one. Holy shit.
Good. Good. No one could hear me crunching. I was doing really good crunches and they weren't coming through. I'm throwing
Damn.
on... I technically cut these into slices, but I'm trying to stack them on top of each other, hoping that they'll kind of like have the texture of a roast if I cook them for long enough, like slow cook them.
Ooh.
But I got a roast, and then I have carrots, garlic, and then sweet potatoes, and then I'm caramelizing onions on the stove that I'm going to add to it after.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay. So,
This isn't even the only meal I'm making today. I'm also making a buttermilk panko chicken strips.
nice.
Mm.
Okay,
Homemade.
back to D&D.
Yippee!
Before break, you guys finished the meeting with Von Terra and Avendra, and now you are all kind of left to your own devices to do what you want. This can happen over the span of a day, over 2 days. We're just kind of going through scene by scene. So if there's any solo stuff you guys want to do or group stuff you want to do, this would be the time to do it.
Ba-da-ba-da.
Who wants to go first?
I can. No one else. I
always leave
can.
it. I always leave it for Taffy to talk.
We'll start with Hector.
I know you will always volunteer.
Because I actually know what I want to do. I have someone I want to talk to. I'm gonna talk today. I have a couple talks today. I want to do my NPC talk first. Anyways, Tempter wants to check in on Samson. I think his name is Samson.
Yep, Samson.
Because they left Samson with the runes found on Hephaestus's cube that they were given quite a while back, and wants to check in and see if Samson's made any progress on translating them.
You stop in over at LPU, Lightport University, to check in on Samson. It is currently a weekend.
Sorry, I haven't been able to check on you for a while. I was kind of dead.
That was the most casual I've ever heard Tempter speak.
No, that was not a character. But
Okay.
Let's just say Tempter said that.
Can you imagine if that was, though?
That was genuinely so funny.
Cool.
Hold on, let me do it again. No.
Wait, you aren't there yet. You could, sorry. You head over to LPU. It is currently a weekend, so there are no classes. But when you talk to someone at the front doors, you are let known that Professor Sampson is in their office.
Hell yeah, office hours.
Yep, so you are free to go.
I'm back in the fucking building again! I just graduated. I'm back at fucking university. Anyway, I'm so sorry. I just thought of that.
You're good. That's really funny. But you head over to Sampson's office, and you see the door to his room is creaked open.
Tender's gonna do a light knock on the door and like slowly push it open. Just like, hello? Professor Sampson, are you here?
It's me.
You push the door open and you see the lights in the room are dim, but there is a single candle lit on the desk, and you see Samson the halfling, and Corbin's translator is sitting at his desk, looking exhausted. He looks
Oh dear.
disheveled. It looks like he hasn't left his office in a few days, and his office kind of fits to match that vibe. There are books like strewn across not only his desk but the floor on top of a file cabinet, and one in his lap, just all open to different pages. There are multiple just pieces of paper with different things printed onto it. Notebooks with scribbles. It looks like he has been working nonstop. And upon you entering, he just kind of looks up, and you see like dark circles underneath his eyes, and he looks up and is like, "Ah, Tempter, welcome in."
You must work with the lights on. It is not good for your eyes to work in such darkness, especially when you do not have dark vision. I'm assuming he does not have dark vision.
He does not have dark vision.
That's what I thought.
At least I'm pretty sure halflings don't have dark vision.
Oh, he's a halfling? I thought he was human.
No, halfling. Do halflings have dark vision?
I think so.
Couldn't tell you.
I don't think so.
I don't think they do.
Hey Google, do halflings have dark
Google.
vision?
I can
Better.
see into the future.
Oh,
Let me know if you want to play
Go.
crystal ball.
that
And
I didn't
Tempter
answer
is
the
gonna
question.
Tempter's gonna try and find like any additional light sources to turn on in the room. I'm assuming there's no well, there has to be electricity.
There's magic. It's not electricity, but it's like enchanted
Magic
lights.
lights.
Yeah.
Tempter's gonna flick on the magic lights and just be like, and it's gonna like then take it the whole scope of just how fucked up his office is, and they go, oh dear, this is quite a mess. Have you been taking care of yourself, Samson?
That's besides the point. I'm guessing you're here about the runes.
That is correct.
Yes. The runes are language. I think.
You think? You think they are language?
god.
They have they have the structure of language. They have I can tell it is structured like a language, but I tried cross referencing it with every language I know, and then I cross reference it with every language I don't know, and here is what I know. You brought this to me and said it's tied. Did you tell him it was tied to Hephaestus?
I believe so. I think I did say it's tied to Hephaestus.
You said it was tied to Hephaestus.
I don't think I said it was given by
No.
Hephaestus, but it's tied to Hephaestus.
Yeah. I don't think you gave him the whole story. You just said it has something to do with Hephaestus.
Yes, that sounds correct.
So, I did what any normal person would do, and I took an academic leave, and I took a short, brief trip to Flintstone to visit the Hephaestus Temple. And while investigating the temple there, I found no clues. Nothing. None. No traces of this language in the temple or in I'm going to be honest, they didn't even have any written documentation about Hephaestus in their temple. It's really not poorly. There's some very beautiful art pieces, but not very not a lot of documentation, so I had to get creative. I reached out to a colleague of mine out in Starbridge to try to contact, get some kind of information from the head Hephaestus temple.
Starbridge is in Lumina, correct?
Yes, out in Lumina, in Borean. It is the capital of Lumina, and the biggest temple to Hephaestus is in Starbridge. And, well, I sent some examples of the writing to this colleague, sent it out there. They went and investigated the temple, and while investigating the temple, did find examples of this language in Hephaestus' temple. He was able to copy the written writing and send it back to me, which I have been cross-referencing. But that's when things got really interesting. And you see now he is starting to flip through different sheets of paper, and he shows one which has the written text from Starbridge. That same colleague was doing some more work over in Starbridge, and then started to notice that there was similar written language in Aphrodite's temple. And then pulls out another sheet of paper with more writing on it. This was a copy of the language in Aphrodite's temple. It is the exact same. And I thought that made sense. Hephaestus and Aphrodite are married, so
True.
that makes sense that they have this common language between the two of them in history. Although, in reaching out to the Aphrodite temple in Unogi, there is no examples of this written text there.
Interesting. So this written text is only present in the temples in Starbridge.
Yes, but but not only that. And you see he's like sitting up in his chair, and pulling out more paper and just like spreading it up. I found similar written text in more temples, only in Starbridge. This is one from Zeus's temple. This is one from Poseidon's, and one from Hades. This is one from Ares' temple, and this is one from Dionysus. I then started looking into reaching out to other colleagues in other temples that could have had access to other temples of faith out in Lumina, and they were unable to find any written language examples of this language in any of the temples outside of Starbridge. It seems to be solely localized to Starbridge.
Interesting.
The issue, my colleague, my colleague had connections of his own, started talking to some of his colleagues, which then got him in contact of the head temple of Ares, to try to discuss this written language. And once the leader of the temple found out about this, my colleague was banned from the temple. Not only Ares' temple, but every temple in Starbridge.
What?
I'm not here.
Banned from the temple for trying to translate the text?
Yes.
That is concerning.
Yes.
It would only be... The only reason I can think of to ban someone from trying to translate this text is because the church is trying to hide whatever it's trying to say.
I know. That's the scary part.
That is scary.
I'm afraid what you've brought to me is we may have found some kind of mass religious cover-up.
Oh dear. That is concerning, to say the least.
Yes.
I wonder how many gods are involved in this, or how many temples specifically. And they're all in Starbridge.
Every single one.
Every single temple in Starbridge has writings like this.
This is what I wanted to ask you. Where did you
Yes.
get your hands on this cube? Because the only examples of written language was in Starbridge. Where did you acquire this?
It was here on Tialis.
Really?
I had found it into my adventures. I had actually acquired it in the Temple of Hephaestus that you had visited in Flintstone.
When I talked to the head of the temple there, he had mentioned that he had met you, but not mentioned anything about this
Old
cube.
dwarf?
Yes. He had mentioned that they had met you previously, but did not mention anything about the cube. Seemed quite confused when I brought it up.
I do not believe the dwarf knew about the cube. I did not even know the dwarf's name. He never gave me it.
I don't think Did you take a religious artifact from a temple without asking the head of the temple?
I did not know he was the head of the temple at the time. But he was not aware of the artifact either.
But you took
So you say.
a religious artifact out of the temple and kept it.
Yes.
And now the heads of several churches who have all covered up this mass conspiracy theory are now aware that people are snooping into things they should not be.
I did not know that this ran so deep within the temples. So I just simply wanted to know what the writing said.
That's the thing. I haven't been able to translate it at all.
So all that this has brought us is trouble. Of course it has.
It is like no language I have ever seen. It obviously, being tied to the god, must be this extremely ancient language. Something maybe the gods used to speak to each other previously. It would take someone of great pious knowledge to know anything about this. And the ones that seem to know don't want others to know.
That is certainly concerning. I still believe it is important that I find out what this writing is. I thank you for your time, Sanson. And I'm sorry for the trouble caused for you as well as your colleagues in Starbridge.
I appreciate that. I do love a good mystery. And I will keep looking into this at a pace that guarantees my safety.
That is wise. Also, it is best you get some rest. You seem quite frantic, both in your behavior and your appearance.
When you believe the church is after you, no, I shan't think of that.
Be safe, Samson. Thank you for your work.
You too, Tempter, and be careful who you show that object to.
I will. Hey, out of character, I think I know what language it is. It's Greek.
Hey, you don't know that?
Yeah, no, I thought of that too. That was just like once it's the specific gods that were being listed, I was just like, this is fucking Greek, isn't it?
I'm just like, I think this is Greek. I think it's Greek.
A side note to the Greek, I think Samson needs a hug.
I also think Samson needs a hug.
I think Samson needs a big cup of hot chocolate.
I love the conspiracy theory and like the whole everything, and my brain.
I didn't know I was uncovering a conspiracy theory.
I was just like, I clocked out for like a second, and then it started getting real good.
Well, I gotta tell, the good thing I have Spring in Lumina, who's probably there, if not on her way,
Oh yeah, Spring's
and
on the
a
way
tie.
to Starbridge right now.
And a tie to one of the holy people, who's another Warforged, who's it's Lone's character, Trinity, actually. Trinity!
Yeah, Trinity is also Spring is heading to Starbridge, and Trinity is in Starbridge.
Spring is specifically heading to Starbridge to talk to Trinity. Anyways. That was fun.
Where everyone is.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fun. Who's up next?
Leo has no plans. They're gonna go take a they're gonna reactivate, go into the room, reactivate, porcelain and then go take a fucking nap. They're gonna go sleep for 2 days straight.
Fair enough. Hopefully the dragon doesn't hit in that time.
You know, hopefully the dragon doesn't hit before I get my 2 points of exhaustion away.
Uh-oh. You're fighting with exhaustion.
Whoopsies.
Oh no.
You know what? I do have a plan. Besides, it's surprisingly not the Sandleaf stuff, but I would like to go and find a jeweler.
While you do that, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Jeweler, easily enough, you are able to find a small jewelry store on the Freak Sword side of town. It is open. You see, it's interesting. You step into this building, and it is. You have to crouch down while entering the ceiling. It is very not only like height-wise small, but like width-wise small. It is this like tiny, skinny building, like stuck between 2 other buildings. Think of like one New York apartment, like 1-bedroom apartment in New York City type size.
Halfling or a gnome has to live here because I'm 5 feet tall and I had to crouch.
You enter in and there is a gnome behind the front desk.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. I have some materials that I would like turned into jewelry.
Yes. Show me. Give.
How big is that sword?
It is a long sword. So
Is it a great sword?
It's not a great sword, but it's a long
Oh,
sword.
that you're doing this.
It's a long
It makes
sword.
me so happy that you're doing this.
Takes off the long sword. It's on my back. Because my sword just naturally spawns because it's a hex weapon. Takes it off my back. Can we turn this into some jewelry and sell it?
Get.
Okay.
You see this gnome, they just like hold on to the sword, and like after you hand it, like put it in their hands just like slam down on the table as they look at this. They don't even react. They're just looking at the sword and like, excellent craftsmanship. This is a beautiful piece. Are you sure you'd want to melt it down?
Absolutely. The owner was an asshole.
Perfect. Okay. And you see, like, they just, like, reach out and their hands set on fire, and they just, like, hold on to the blade, and you could see the blade itself starts to warm up, and you see them, like, hold it for a minute, and then just bend the blade at, like, a 30-degree angle. And, like, low melting point silver, definitely malleable. Yes, I believe I can work with this. Do you have any particular idea for jewelry, or is this just kind of like a mismatch of random things?
You want to make some money off of this?
I'm guessing you want a cut?
Yes, of course.
30%.
Obviously. I brought you the material. 30%? Wait, like how much do you think we can make off of this? I want to see if that 30% actually makes sense.
I can probably make 100 gold. So you'd be getting 30. That's a lot of money.
That's not a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money to normal people.
I have...
What if I told you this came from a god?
It doesn't matter to me. I have special buyers who are
Okay.
looking for specific jewelry, who are willing to pay good money for good specific jewelry.
Okay.
If I make it into that specific jewelry, and you see like this gnome is like winking whenever saying specific and then jewelry. If I make it into that specific jewelry, I believe I can make much more.
Okay. What is this specific jewelry?
You see, like they look up over your shoulder and then like out to the rest of the empty store, and then like look back and they're like, "Are you looking to buy?"
Maybe. I just want to know what you mean by specific jewelry.
How do
I ain't gonna tell anyone about it, except for my friends. If it's funny.
You see they reach underneath the counter and pull out this large in their hands, but like medium to small in yours size, like aluminum briefcase, like aluminum case with like number padlocks on the side, and start like fidgeting with the locks and like tilting it away from you so you can't see the combo, and then like after like
I think I know what it
click
is.
and unlock, and they spin it around and open and like look over your shoulder one more time and then open it up. You see piercings and cages and multitudes of not safe for work jewelry.
I have a feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew.
I have
That I saw
When
that
you
one
say
coming.
not safe for work jewelry, what?
Not safe for work jewelry.
Is this something we can discuss on Twitch?
This is not
Is-
something we could discuss.
Is this
on
something someone can message me in the notes section in our Discord so I know what you guys are talking about?
Yes.
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 Thank you.
Yes, it is something that we could do that with.
I want to know.
I have a specific buyer,
Okay.
and you're saying this is from a god?
Yeah.
How do I know if you're trustworthy? Prove it.
Do you know the spell Zone of Truth? Feel free.
I don't have that. I make jewelry.
I don't know. You did a thing with your hands with the melting.
I'm not a cleric.
I don't think you have to be a cleric to have Zone of Truth.
Do you have Zone of Truth?
I think I do.
Other thing, proof it.
I don't have it. I don't have to. I don't have it prepared. I could come back
Persuade
tomorrow. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I am the child of a Fey god. Have you ever been to the Feywild?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know? God, my brain. My brain is blanking on my own mother's name. Goes into my character.
Come on, it was literally Mother's Day yesterday.
Yeah, it
How
was
dare you?
literally
Yeah, come
Mother's
on,
Day,
man.
Look,
How do you not know your own mom's
do you
name?
know the Archfey Hazel Omnia Servius Dawn?
Never heard of her.
Do you know the butterfly?
No.
Madden Crown?
Nuh-uh.
Okay, you've never been to the Feywild.
You have no proof.
I am proof as I turn into a bunny. I am proof.
How does that prove that this sword is godly?
Oh, I'm a paladin?
Are you the type of paladin who can lie?
Well, I don't try to lie. I don't like lying.
But is it under your specific oath that you cannot lie?
No, I have the oath of vengeance.
Damn it! Just give me your word and, like, be just so for real about this.
I give you my word that this is from a fucking god, and they're a dickhead.
Honestly,
So I want to turn their sword
I
into jewelry
I
that
wa-
will fuck people.
I want to believe it. And the craftsmanship is immaculate. So I'm going to take your word on it, and if you don't, I will send a hitman out to kill you. If it's
Okay.
false.
Okay. I take your word for that. They wouldn't be able to kill me, though. I'm very strong.
That's what they all say.
I spawn my actual sword. See?
That proves nothing. You already proved to me that you can lie. I could sell this for 500 gold. You'd get a 30% cut.
How much is 30% of 500? Because I feel like that is not enough.
150 gold.
No.
I'm really trying
I'm
to
worth
work
more
with
than
you.
that.
Hmm.
I'm from the Woven Fates. I am worth more than that.
Never heard of them.
Oh my god.
That's a fucking lie.
I think that you are a liar. I think you could sell this for a whole lot more than that.
Roll an insight check.
And I think that you know who I am. I'm not Misty. I don't have good wisdom. I don't have good wisdom. Wait!
Uh-huh. Yeah? Wait.
I'm very tempted to use my, I remember that you gave me that point of inspiration.
Do you want to use it against the shopkeep? You absolutely can.
No.
Do it.
No, I don't want to waste it on this. This meme shit.
Okay, but it'd be funny.
It
I
would
don't
be kind
even.
of funny.
Okay, I'm not going to, only because it says 1 point of in my thing, and I don't know if I actually have that 1 point of inspiration, because this is an old character sheet. I don't know if it's still there, and I probably used it when I was gone. To survive. So I'm not out of moral that I do not know if it's for sure that I have it.
With an 8, the only thing that you can tell that they're lying about is they've definitely not been to the Feywild.
Yeah, that's very obvious. I don't know. No, I'm not doing it for 30.
40.
50, maybe. 60. Nah, 70. 75.
50.
75.
50 is my final offer.
75.
50.
I'm the one who brought the materials.
And I'm the one who's going to make it into something that will disgrace the gods. My craftsmanship is impressive, as you can see.
I would like to use my
spiteful-
divine sense on this. I would like to use my divine sense on this little,
Sure.
little person.
Sure.
Can I detect good and evil? Until the end of my next turn, you can sense anything affected by the hollow spell or the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
So wait, you can detect celestial, fey, fiend, or undead?
Yeah.
This shopkeep does not give celestial, fey, fiend, or undead at all.
it! I thought you were about to say give
You-
Celestial, and that I've just been having fucking Tal fuck with me.
You do feel a faint divine aura coming from behind you.
Interesting.
It feels like some kind of divine being is watching you.
I turn around.
You turn around and look around. There is no one there.
There's a divine being watching me.
That means
I don't like. I say this out loud.
that means they're angry. And that means they wouldn't like this. 50%.
That means 60.
50's that's as much as I can do. 50 and you know you're fucking with the gods and they don't like it.
Fine. But if I find out that you are getting a lot more than 500, I will kill you.
And if I find out this isn't divine, I will kill you.
Well, it's definitely divine. It's just not magical.
Yeah, magic's magic. If it was magical, I wouldn't have been able to bend it.
True.
I'm just guessing this blade was crafted by an angel. And now it will.
Now it'll be crafted by you. Why do you hate the gods?
I'm just an old fuck. And I've grown spiteful with age.
Huh.
Also, I have some really fucking weird customers who have very specific kinks I need to fulfill.
I'm just an old fuck.
I'm very tempted
love
to
this man.
give him more things in order to get more money.
Do we have a deal? And you see they reach a hand out to shake.
I reach a hand out to shake.
You feel like a cold breeze brush up your arm as you shake this halfling's hand. And then you look down and you just see like he's just blowing on your hand. Just like doing this like ominous little like trying to do like an ominous cold breeze, but they're just actually just blowing on your arm.
Why are you blowing on my arm?
You weren't supposed to see that. And they shake your hand. Deal! Money! And they just throw a bag of coins at you.
This NPC is giving Owl House side character.
Thank you. I recently rewatched the series.
I am very tempted to get someone to watch this store to see actually how much he makes off of it.
Do you want to stalk this store? Do you want to stalk this store?
Yeah.
Are you doing this yourself? Are you hiring someone? Are you asking Perar to do it? Like, what's
I'm
going
gonna
on?
ask Perar.
You know
The
he's
minute-
just gonna ask Vaughn.
I'm gonna fill you in. So, I sold the sword to a jeweler. They're gonna make like sex, kinky jewelry out of it. But they only gave me half of 500 gold, and I do not. And I told them that if they make more than 500 gold off of it, I'm going to kill them. Can you help me espionage watch and find out if they in fact made just 500 gold off of them? please?
Sure.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't like being ripped off.
Yeah, I
And
can't
I don't
argue with
trust that old
that.
man. He lied about going to the Feywild.
Sure, I guess.
Oh! Stalking. Espionage.
We'll get back to this. Next up, got so off topic there. Who's a Moon Wizard or Cleo? Which one of you want to go?
Cleo's literally just gonna go collect porcelain and then go fuck off for like, and sleep in the house for 2 days.
Sounds good. You are able to fully rest. Are you repairing porcelain? Are you re-enchanting your stuff? What's your plan?
Yeah, no, I'm going to, so I have to reattune my things. I don't have to re-enchant anything, but they do have to be reattuned. And I just, I do that and I sleep.
Nice.
I do that and I sleep.
Do you fix porcelain up, or is porcelain fine? You just have to reattune her, or?
Yeah, porcelain is fine. I just have to reattune her.
Okay.
I don't think she got damaged in the fight, so.
Okay, sweet. You take your time and rest. Moon Wizard. What are you doing?
I'm gonna do something very
Whoa.
out of character. And I'm going to confide in Hal.
Okay. What do you do, and how do you do this?
Moon Wizard would like to try and find a quiet, like, private place to talk. And attempts to, like, summon Tal.
You... Well, being on a quest to try to find the quietest space, there are a few different options of where to go. You have basically either Vaughn's office or Freak Sword, anywhere in Freak Sword. Which would you choose? Those are the safest spaces because they're both magically enchanted to stop scrying.
Probably Freak Swords.
Okay. You are let into Freak Swords, no problem. And upon asking for a private area, Tara just gives you access to her office and locks you in her office. Or not locks you, but closes the door, leaving you alone in her office.
Alright. Once I know that I am alone, I'm gonna, like, take my staff and, like, almost, like, cradle the orb, and then just say, like, Master, you know I don't do this often, but I really need your help right now. Please answer.
You cradle the orb and whisper into it. And the sound of silence rings through the office for just a little too long before the orb flickers and you see a vision of Tal on the other side. And he's like, What? What?
I need your help. I need your advice. Something, anything.
Okay, what do you need advice on?
Hold on, I'm trying to figure out how to respond.
You kind of like sit there and think, and as you do, you hear like crashing noises on the other side and like a ruckus. And like it seems like you have half of Tal's attention at the moment.
Should I come back later? Is now a bad time?
No, it's fine. What do you want?
I just need assistance to figure out what we should do to prepare for this. This is bigger than what I've faced so far in the past, couple months.
Yes, this is bigger than what you've faced in the past couple of months, but you have quite literally faced this before. You have faced world-ending threats time after time.
Yes, you were there with me, though.
Will you just sit still? I swear to God, you overgrown lizard!
What is going on over there?
Moon Lizard?
Yes?
You are, in the eyes of the public, my right hand. You are my will personified. Get your shit together. If people look at you and see you as weak, they're going to panic. They're going to freak out. You need to be strong. You need to be strong because I am strong.
Talking about strong, and you're the one hiding out in an orb while I'm the one doing all of the talking for you.
I'm sorry. Fucking Umas is half out the fucking balcony, and the town of Tidepool is freaking out because there's a dragon inside of their fucking city.
Gods. Listen, I'm not a political speaker. Things have changed over the past 1,000 years. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
And you fucking think I do?
This is not a comforting sentiment coming from you.
The only reason we won in the past is because you, me, and Umas worked together. We need to work together.
Then let's work together. How do we gain Vorumas's cooperation?
It
seemed so much easier back then.
Varumas will cooperate. They've just been caged up a little too long, and now they're in another dome, and it's freaking them out. They need to... Yes, yeah, I hear you. You need... I get... Oh. Why didn't I think of that? That's so much easier. We should have just... And you, like, see... You see Tal just snap. And then you hear screaming. Not
What's going on? What's happening?
not coming from the orb, but coming from outside.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
oh, what's hap? I'm going to call you back. And I hang up the orb
You
and rush outside to see what
What
the
the
hell is
fuck did you
happening.
do?
I didn't do anything!
Did
You-
Tal fucking
you
spawn the dragon in Lightport?
Did he send us the dragon?
He sent us the
It sounds like
dragon.
he sent us the dragon.
you run out.
I don't
He
think
sent
the
us the
people
dragon.
know that there is a dragon to begin with. Like, even
Yeah.
the one that we're fighting.
You
Yeah, no,
run
most people
out,
don't.
into like out of the front door of Freak Swords, and you swing the doors, these like two big oak heavy doors open, and standing on the step of Freak Swords is Tal, and you see crawling over the roofs of Lightport is the full-sized ancient gold dragon Var Umas, just kind of
my.
stunned and trying not to crush any buildings.
Oh, I put my hands on my head. I'm like, oh no!
See, I fixed it. Now Moss is
No,
gonna freak out.
This is not what I didn't tell you to do this.
No, I had this whole idea myself. This is a perfect idea. I am perfect.
Oh my gods! Oh my gods! Everybody is panicking. I don't know what else to do, so I just start like waving my arms down, trying to get Varumas's attention.
Roll a performance check. Performance or persuasion?
Okay.
To anyone else, in the city,
Oh, cool.
you all, in your own, doing your own things, can either see yourself or are told about later, the appearance of the dragon. But we'll get back to that. You, Moon Wizard, wave your arms and try to make as much noise as you can, and you see the giant, like, golden head of the long serpent, like Chinese dragon style body of Varu Mas, like turn and looks down at you, and the head like curves down and comes within a few feet of you, and you see, old friend.
Oh my god. I clutch my pearls, you know, and I'm just like, oh, yes, thank the gods. I thought you wouldn't remember me.
No, we talked all the time. You were most of the time in charge of my orb.
Well, I don't know, maybe I'm the one who's forgetting, but anyways. Oh, I apologize greatly for all of this confusion and chaos. I didn't mean for all of this to happen.
There's air. Open. It's beautiful here.
Oh, I'm glad you think so. I understand it must have been, quite a culture shock after you were released from your glass prison.
The sun. Moon Wizard, the sun on my scales. This is... Oh. And you just hear just more screaming coming from further out in the city, and you see crowds are starting to gather, and you see some adventurers with the Freak Swords logo on their armor starting to gather with their weapons.
Oh, gods, I put my hands up and I try to, do my best to de-escalate as much as I can. I'm like, it's alright, please, lower your weapons!
You see one figure, a like elven male, just kind of like runs up to you, long sword in hand, is like, Moon Wizard, would you like us to slay this beast?
No. And I wave my hands. I'm like, no. Oh no, please. This dragon. They're with me. Do not worry. This is Varumas. They're going to aid us in defeating the terrible black dragon, Varukta.
Okay.
Do not worry. Please do not panic. I am really not good with this kind of attention.
A lot of people are panicking.
Can you help me make them not panic?
Your friend's foot is through the roof of a building.
Yes, I understand, and I apologize very much, and I will help you with the damages, but please, I need to get these crowds under control.
Okay, and you see this figure like turns and shouts some commands to other members of Freak Swords, and you see members of Hush are also gathering around, and they kind of run around town trying to settle the panic. There is less screaming, but crowds of people are assembling and kind of watching in awe of this large...
I turn to Varumas and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm really not good at public speaking. I get nervous. And then I overshare.
Sorry, what? I was looking at the sun. What about public? You need public speaking tips?
Kind of. I mean, I feel like it would be best if you kind of, protected your image right now. I don't know if they'll believe me.
Am I causing distress?
A little bit. Just a little.
Oh.
Just a smidgen.
Okay. Yes, and you see, you watch as their body starts to shrink, and grow smaller and smaller as the body that was about 3/4 of the length of Lightport, grows smaller, and eventually the serpent-like body, comes over the lip of the roof and shrinks further down and down until on all fours you see the body of Varumas transform into that of a golden dragonborn. And he stands up and dusts off this very ornamental, red robe, and just these bright golden scales of what looks just to be like a normal dragonborn.
Okay, that's a lot better, thank you. I think the people will be a little less, freaked out.
Zoe, I see your hand raised. And I know what you're going to
I have the talking stick!
You good. I was gonna ask at some point, a little bit after you have your talking stick time, can Prar and Daisy finally come back this way from our little conversation about espionage to come across the really hot dragonborn?
Please, actually, please. I approve this message.
That would be kind of funny.
Now?
Oh my god.
Or
It'd be quite funny if it
Lone
happened.
wants.
Lone, do you want this to happen right now, or do you have more you want to say independently?
Moon Wizard has no idea what to say.
Okay.
Moon Wizard is already fucked up.
Prar and Daisy, you two were just having a casual conversation about espionage when panic hit the street, and you all leave your area of espionage that you're prepared for, and you see the entire body of Var Umas over the city, which then starts to disappear. You two run towards Freaksword and turn onto that main street that Freaksword's on, and you see Moon Wizard is standing there with Tal and this golden dragonborn. Daisy, you see this dragonborn who shines. Their golden scales shine and reflect brilliantly in the desert sun. They are wearing this red robe that is like mostly covers the front and back and some parts of the side, like on the like knee area and like near the torso, but it is just open on the side, so you just see these hip dips in the robe, just showing these glorious scales off, and you just see this figure standing there talking to Moon Wizard.
Hot damn. Moon Wizard? Who's your friend?
What? Oh, thank God you're here.
I need someone to
I need
clip that
emotional
description
support
for me.
I'll leave that to
No,
one of
I
you.
second that question. Who is your friend here?
Who is that? That's Var Umas.
That's where. Huh?
That's Var Umas. Mm-hmm.
That's where. That's where Ross.
Yep.
Okay.
Hello.
Don't ask me why they're here.
Hi.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to tell you anyway. Tal just teleported them here. And I did not ask him to do that. For the record.
I fixed the issue.
No, you did
know,
not.
You're a lot hotter than I thought you would be. Hi, I'm Daisy.
Hello.
I smacked Daisy's hand away and was like, show some goddamn respect.
Hello, we've
I'm sorry,
met
that was really
before.
aggressive.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, technically, yeah. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Daisy
Sorry.
and Prar, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is good to see you both out and about.
Yeah.
Free.
It's
Yeah, I can imagine. Was that you? Like,
Yes, I was brought here by Tal, it seems.
Daisy's gonna give Per a look of like, can you imagine? You know exactly what I'm talking about. You look great out of
we can have all later.
You have you look great out of the bubble. Are you enjoying the fresh air?
I forgot.
Daisy starts fanning herself a little bit.
I forgot what it felt like to have the sun shine on my scales. It is so hot.
Oh yeah, the desert is excruciating.
It's beautiful.
That too.
We're gonna have to go talk to Vaughn and Tara.
Oh yeah. They probably already
Yeah.
know. I just imagine
Probably.
that Vaughn and Tara are literally running this way right now. Probably thinking it's the end of the world. Daisy looks behind herself and just, okay, they're not here yet. We're good.
Yes.
So let's get you somewhere, not on the street.
I broke
Hush.
someone's roof.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can blame that on
Dude,
Tal,
you know.
and also Tara can probably pay for that.
Yeah. I bet Tal could literally just fix that with magic, right, Tal?
I could.
Can you? Would you?
I could.
Please? Please?
My house is empty. Bye! And he just teleports away.
And there he
What a
goes.
bitch.
Okay.
What a bitch.
I
Your
want
best
to
friend
say it
is-
for the record that he is not my responsibility.
If
Okay.
anything, you are his responsibility, and he doesn't even take responsibility for that.
And then
What can I say?
Varomas pipes up and is like, "That's not even his house."
That's
No.
not his house?
No, no, it's
No.
not.
That's right, it's not his house. It's not, it's the Queen's.
Wait, where the
No.
fuck is his house?
I don't think he
Is
has
bro
one.
homeless? Is bro homeless?
Oh my god, Tal's homeless. Tal
We have something to
homeless.
complain about.
Yo,
Tal's the
Tal,
god
at
of
least we
magic,
have a
homeless.
house. Idiots.
Yeah, Tal us we have a house.
Oh my god.
We will get back to that. I feel like getting to this conversation next session will probably be smart. Starting off with this conversation with Varu, Mas, and Vaughn and Tara.
Yeah.
El Bozo, Tal doesn't have a house.
Will be fun. But in the last 20 minutes, I know Prar and Tempter, you two wanted to have a roleplay scene.
Yeah.
Oh.
Does this happen before or after the dragon?
This was before the dragon.
Oh, at the end of session, can you tell me how the espionage thing worked?
We'll get back to that next session.
Okay. Oh,
We'll
boo.
come back to that.
Okay.
Boo! Boo!
That
Espionage!
gives me time to plan the espionage.
Espionage.
Espionage!
Dude, I can't
No
believe
plan,
I
just
uncovered
espionage.
a religious thing. What's it fucking
That was
called?
crazy.
So much has
Conspiracy.
happened
Yeah.
this session.
I had very little notes going into this. I had the important stuff down, but a lot of it was improv.
What, like the religious conspiracy?
I had that down. I had that.
Dude,
40 minutes of the
all
movie.
of our sessions are always improv. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
true. Yeah.
Of course.
It was all made up on the spot. There was no
never
planning.
planned anything
No
ever.
planning.
Nope.
There's never been any planning in this campaign whatsoever.
No.
Never.
What's planning?
I'm putting the pen
never heard
down
of
now.
it.
I'm done drawing for the
What
day.
is that? What does that word mean?
I don't know.
I've
I don't
never
know
heard
what
that before in
planning
my
means.
life.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Is that some sort of foreign language? Is that Greek?
Prar.
Oh my god,
Is
is
that
that
Greek?
Greek?
Dude, is that
Oh my
Greek?
god. Is it Greek?
Dude.
Anyways.
Guys, I figured out the language.
Prar.
Shh.
Yes.
At some point, Prar is going to look for Tempter.
You find some time after the Fantasy Denny's meeting. Tempter ended up disappearing for a little bit, and that's when you went to go talk to Samson. But afterwards, you do end up, after looking around for a little bit, you do find Tempter leaving the university, just heading out on their own.
Tempter, could we talk? Maybe, perhaps, back at home?
Of course. Is this important?
Not particularly, but also probably needs to be done, so...
I see. Lead the way. And we're in the house. Ba-da-da-da. It's like Batman and Robin.
You are back in the house.
Ray, don't do that.
So-
Fuck, that's...
Wait, what did you do?
When I'll...
Oh my god!
I got so startled by it, I'm like, what the fuck? Ray, you're muted. I don't know if you know that.
I'm aware. I know. I definitely do.
Okay, okay.
Totally.
I'm so
I
sorry.
totally do. What else needed?
Okay. Composure. What is it that you wanted to talk about, Prar?
Hey, I kind of just wanted to check in with you.
About what?
Because last we spoke, like, one-on-one. Not technically also one-on-one, but you get what I'm saying, right?
I remember. You wish to check in on me.
Oh, yeah, I've spent a lot of time talking to Donna. And I've processed things. Frey, I need you to stop.
Ray, you need to stop. I was about to say the exact same thing. I am gonna put Crow on full screen.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm not doing anything.
God damn
it. I just need to make sure. Well, I'd like to see if we're on the same page. Or something close to that.
From my understanding, we are not friends. You do not want to be friends with me, and I'm respecting that. We had our disagreements. It is quite possible we still disagree. But we work as allies, not friends.
Okay, so I think there was misunderstandings. Because to me, you are still my friend. We are just working through things because we have both had issues with things like communication and understanding other people.
I'm sorry, but I was not given the interpretation that you still want to be friends with me. I'm sorry for that misunderstanding.
Well, I mean, when we last talked, I was real deep in, like, needing therapy, and I've done that now, so I am not as fucked up about things as I was, like, a month ago.
I see.
But also, as much as I have done that processing and understanding, I can't we can't go back to the friendship that we had before if you also don't have a similar understanding of what has happened and what, like, emotional processing.
Out of character, you know Tempter is very bad at emotional processing.
Oh, I know. The only reason I am letting Prar do this is because I know for a fact he has seen Donna a lot over the past, like, 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, there's been multiple therapy sessions. We've
So many
about this.
sessions.
Oh dear.
That whole time you guys were in like off
Like
on the
every other
continent.
day he was having a session or two with Donna. Like he was coming back to her with something new, like, I figured this out yesterday.
Oh dear. I do not know. I've not had many talks with Donna, mainly due to the fact that I was physically unable to. But even before then, I haven't. I'm sure you've realized, but I'm not good with emotions, my own or others.
No, that's quite clear.
I see.
I didn't mean that as, like, a slight, but, like, plain observation.
So I do not know how to emotionally process events. I simply move on to the next.
So, she brings this up a lot, but we call that repression and, like, putting things
What?
in compartmentalization.
No!
No.
Never! Tender would never
No!
express your emotions. I need to put a sticker over Ray.
You can just
You know
turn
what,
off Ray's camera.
Spotify,
Yeah,
I've
that's
never
true.
done
That's
anything
true.
ever.
Ray,
I'm simply reacting to what's being said. I don't know what you're talking about. Why would
I almost
my
disconnected
reaction
Ray
be any
accidentally. Where's
different?
the I know
I don't know why
disable
my
video. There
reactions
it
would
is.
be any different than anyone else's.
Okay. I have that has been brought up before. Not often. But I've had friends tell me about emotional repression.
This is what I mean by being on the same page. You need arguably way more therapy than I do.
Tempter's like shell shocked. Because they're just like, no. Please elaborate.
So how many years have you been, like, alive?
Nearly 600. I do not know the specific amount.
And in those many hundreds of years, how many times have you sat and, like, tried to think about things that have happened to you?
Tempter starts counting on their hand.
Yeah, you can stop there. This is what I mean.
I see.
You should not be able to count that on your hands.
So, what are you suggesting? Therapy?
Yes. Lots of it. Because as much as I would love to have a friendship with you and continue having a very friendly relationship, I don't think that's possible unless you do some, like, actual thinking about things that have happened to you and learning how to understand emotions, because otherwise we are just going to have the same problems over and over again. And I'm trying really hard to be nice about this because Donna keeps telling me that I need to, like, not be as harsh with other people as I am with myself. And that's still kind of hard, so...
This whole time, Tempter is like clasping their hands like this. I don't know how you would describe this. And it is kind of doesn't know what to say. It would be nice to resume a friendship with you. However, I do not know how long that would take. I don't know
I mean,
what...
I'm hoping after we kill the dragon we'll have plenty of time.
Hopefully. Yes, hopefully. I don't know if this needs bringing up, but I am still sorry for what I have said to you.
I'm glad to hear that, thank you.
Perhaps I should visit Donna more often after the war is over. However, it is hard to think about your own issues when there are bigger issues in front of you, rather than inside you.
I mean, you could probably, like, book, like, an emergency appointment, just, like, figure out what you need to get done, and, like, talk about it without actually, like, talking about it. You could also say there's, like, optimism, because then you're saying, yes, you'll come back for more, and we're definitely going to kill the dragon.
We are going to kill the dragon. And, like, Tender
We are
does, like,
going
a,
to kill the dragon.
you're going to kill the dragon. I don't know how to describe this. It does, like, a hoof. And they're, like, fists up in the air. For streams, visualization. Is there anything else you wish to discuss with me?
Honestly, no, I just wanted to... Yeah.
I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me about this. I truly had believed you didn't want to associate me outside of our job.
Well, it was probably true, like, a month or two ago.
Now that I have you here, there's something I do wish to talk with you that is related to the dragon. And we're already in a secluded area. We're in the house.
Yeah.
We are
And
in our house, yeah.
we are in our house. We're at the bestie's house. Tenter's going to open up their chest. Streamer house. Whoa! Tender is going to open up their chest and pull out, facing towards Prar, the Book of Flesh and Bone. I took this from the Body Wizard.
Okay.
I wish to trade it to the librarian for Varuk Tar's life book. I'm showing you this.
Okay.
Because the librarian has said he has interests in you. Theoretically, by showing you this, and me telling you this, it will get his attention. If he is
theoretically
still reading your book. Which, now that I think about it, is a massive privacy invasion.
You're violating HIPAA right now, dude.
Have you met the librarian?
Do we even have HIPAA? Is HIPAA a thing in this world?
We keep on asking if we have HIPAA in this world. I don't remember if we got a clear answer or not.
There's hippogriff, but
There's a frog on my window. There's a frog on my window, guys.
Oh my god.
I need you to understand. There's a frog.
Send pictures.
Yeah, we're taking pictures.
Oh my god!
Pixar, he doesn't exist.
Send frog
Yeah.
pics.
And Tempter's still holding the book and says, I do not intend to use it for its designed purpose. It has caused too much evil. But perhaps in this way we can still find a use of it. For now, I shall keep it on me. This cannot get out that I have this. The only other people who know are the rest of the party. Not even Vaughn and Tara know this. You cannot tell Vaughn this. What is that face for? Please do not tell your boyfriend about my super powerful book.
Do you know when you, like, tell someone that you promise you're not going to tell anyone, but, like, there's the one exception that you tell everything?
You cannot tell Nori either. Or Florin. Or Marv. Just only talk to the party about this, please. There is a reason why this is so secret. The less people that know about this book, the better.
Yeah, that's true.
Additionally, Tempter's going to put away the book and pull out Hephaestus' cube and is going to show the coin slot, I'd say in quotation marks, to Prar. Do you believe this looks like a key slot?
Do you mind if I...
And Tempter will hand over the cube.
Yeah, Prar's gonna, like, take a good look at this thing.
taking a look at the cube and the specific face that Tempter's pointing out, there is like a cylindrical slot. It kind of looks like it could fit a coin into it, but taking a better look at it it does also look like it could fit a oddly shaped key. And like, roll an investigation check.
It's an 18.
You kind of bring it over to the nearest light source and take a peek inside the mechanism. Taking a look inside the cube is the most complex mechanism you have ever seen. It is tiny gears and wheels and pins and springs and locks, and like, this is a extremely well made piece of machinery. Almost, it looks way too compact to actually fit all that machinery in there. It was made with such dedication and precision that you look at this and you realize like, this was definitely made by Hephaestus. This could not have been made by mortal hands.
As if Prar doesn't believe Tempter, who never fucking lies, that this cube was made by Hephaestus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh no. But taking a look at this thing, some of it is completely incomprehensible. There are gears and spinning pieces and interlocking like mechanisms that you've never seen before, and there's other parts of this that are recognizable. You see pins of a lock. You see different parts of keyholes that, like, similar designs to locks that you have picked in the past. You're confident it can be picked, but it would be extremely difficult.
So, it is a lock.
I see.
In theory, it can be picked.
In theory. However,
this thing was made by fucking Hephaestus.
yes. Yes, it is.
What would you say if I, let's say, wanted to get some assistance in trying to pick this thing? Because I don't know if I can do this on my own.
Who would you have in mind?
Complexity. Vaughn.
I see. Vaughn may help you.
Cool.
Tempter gave it a couple seconds thoughts.
Is this something you want to do now, or...?
It doesn't have to be now, seeing as there is a dragon on the way. But if you wish to give if you currently wish to give it an attempt, be my guest.
Let's see if Vaughn's free, and if he is free, we can give it one try. Because I'm afraid that if we fuck it up too badly, it's gonna get harder.
That is possible. It is made by a god.
Yeah. Let's go find Vaughn.
Let's go find Vaughn. And, we're gonna go find Vaughn!
I want you two to both roll an investigation check.
Investigation.
10.
17?
17. You immediately go to Hush, looking around for Vaughn. You are let in the building as normal. You go up to his office. It's empty. You go to the group office room that Vaughn was kidnapped in. You see the shattered windows and broken glass and the just open air to the, like, out to the, facing the desert. He's not there. You take a look pretty much through all of Hush and cannot find him. Tempter, you have an idea. And you both head over to Freak Swords. You two do find Vaughn. But when you find him, he is in rough shape.
Oh dear.
You enter...
Rough shape how?
You enter into...
Like the
Swords.
normal rough shape, or like traumatized because he almost had his life taken rough shape?
You enter into Freak Swords, and you hear the sound of fighting. Both verbal and physical. And you follow the sound over to the hatch underneath the rug, which leads down to the sand pit underneath Freak Swords. And you just kind of swing it open, and you can hear, and you peek down, you see Vaughn and Tara down in the sparring pit. And you see Vaughn is trying to hold his own against Tara, having a dagger in a rapier in one hand and a dagger in the other. But Tara is just mercilessly beating the shit out of him. And with every punch, you hear just arguing and shouting and just decades worth of emotion that they are working out through fists. Tara's been let in on a secret, and she needs to work through her emotions. How dare you?
That's so stupid. No.
So good. Oh my god. Malone, I love you. Oh my god.
Alone.
Malone, I literally,
you
literally
broke me.
tackling.
You broke me. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's my job. Yes. Bad memes.
Oh no.
Please continue.
You... As the fighting is happening, you see Tara's head swivels and makes eye contact with both of you. And she stops. And just turns to you, Prar. It's like, I'm guessing you want me to stop beating up your boyfriend.
I mean, I was here to steal him away, but if you need to, like, continue working something out, we can come back later.
See, she looks to Vaughn, and Vaughn just, like, looks back at her, and, like holding the weapons in hand ready, and she just stops and sighs, and she's like, no, I think I got out of my system. Go. We'll talk later, and I mean actually talk. Just go. And she, like, puts a hand on Vaughn's back and just pushes him towards you.
How beat up is he?
Oh, he's on, like, he's on, like, 10 hit points.
Far's immediately pumping, like, multiple third-level healing words into him.
Like, definitely doing non-lethal, but, like, it's gonna be brutal.
God damn, it hurts.
Yeah. You pump some healing words into him, and he's like, thank you. I think that went well.
You do? You are beat up.
She's talking.
Quite a lot.
She's talking, yeah. That is an improvement from...
I suppose if you believe that is progress.
Yeah. Yeah, lying to her for 5 years was...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would also probably assume that a lot of that is directed at your dad, who's dead, so she can't really.
Yeah. Not to mention she didn't know we were related.
Yeah.
She didn't know he was dead. Assumed so, but didn't know for certain. Didn't know he was a traitor and lied to her for 20 years. Just he's
The
kind
process.
of kind
Does
of
she
a
have a therapist?
Donna.
Does she
That
often
woman
visit
does not
Donna?
get paid enough.
No. Sorry, no to both of you. To know she doesn't visit Donna enough, and no, Donna needs a raise.
All my homies love Donna.
All my homies.
We love Donna. We love Donna in this
I'm
Wait,
house.
did
glad-
Opa's burp come through? Please tell me Opa's burp came through.
It did. It did.
No,
No, I heard it.
I didn't hear it.
Fantastic.
Oh.
I heard it.
Fantastic.
I'm so glad you guys like Donna.
Yeah.
But
I need to clarify. A majority of what Prar said to Tempter is just regurgitated from what Donna has told Prar.
Thanks so much.
Vaughn's just like, yeah. Apparently, my father was like a father figure to her, so she feels betrayed, and that's not my. Anyways, what's going on? What can I help you with? You need something? I'm guessing. I'm standing.
Let's go somewhere where we don't need to be standing. Because I was going to ask you to help me pick a lock.
What are you getting yourself into? Is it illegal?
Actually,
are you breaking a law? I
course
don't
not,
run
no.
this.
No.
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, we are not. I don't believe so either.
And also, if anything, it's what Tempter is getting us into. For once.
Okay, we're definitely not breaking a
If
law.
anything, it is sacrilegious, not illegal.
Good thing I'm
If
not.
anything, it's sacrilegious.
Good thing I'm not religious.
Yeah.
Let's yes. Vaughn just takes you to his office, walks across town.
You gotta walk all the way across that bad
town.
boy.
Yep. Are you guys cool with session going on another like 10-15 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. You all get over to Vaughn's office and close and lock the door, allowing you guys full, complete privacy. And he just sits down on the couch and is like, "Okay, what can I help you with?"
Hunter's going to once again pull out the cube, and then face the keyhole towards Vaughn.
The clock.
Needs picking.
Okay, let me.
However, I must warn you, it is a very holy item.
Okay. He just picks it up and starts investigating it. God damn. Okay. He looks it over and is like, "Oh, who the fuck made this?"
Prar's looking at Tempter like, do you
Hold
want to
on.
tell him or should I?
Hold on. Oh, are we gonna tell him? I was gonna flip a coin to tell him or not.
That's why Prar's looking at Tempter.
Okay. Heads yes, tails no. Okay, hold on. I can't fucking see. That's tails. We're not telling him. It's dark in here. I was just. I'm in D&D, man.
Okay.
Who the fuck made this?
Someone very powerful.
Your mom.
Your mother.
My mother's dead. No.
I know. Emotional backlash.
I'm
just kidding.
Tempter. No. No. Okay.
Haha, Vaughn's an orphan.
Haha, Vaughn had a shitty father.
Tara's also an orphan, actually. What have I done to my OCs?
Oops, all orphans.
Oops, all orphans.
Oops, all orphans.
Tara's at least 40. Vaughn's like 25, 27, 20, in his mid-20s.
Something.
Okay, this is probably the most complicated lock I've seen in my entire life.
I would not be surprised.
It will probably be the most complicated lock I see in my entire life.
Once again, not surprising.
Okay. What do you want? You want to pick this?
I'm trying to uncover the secrets of this cube. It is very important to me, personally. However, I do not have the capable skills or knowledge of a key's whereabouts.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to point to the runes on the side and said, I have also been working with Samson to try and translate the runes on the side.
How is Samson? I haven't seen him in... God, it feels like weeks.
He could be better.
Oh.
He could use sleep, at the very least.
Oh, overworking himself. I don't understand that. So, Pro, you want to pick this?
At least, like, attempt it once and see what happens.
Do we
And if it
know
doesn't
aware.
work,
what happens?
it's a problem for after we kill the dragon, I guess.
I'm aware there are larger issues at hand, so yes, this is not urgent. But if you two are willing to make an attempt now, that would be greatly appreciated.
I mean, we can try. Do we have any magical, like, oofs? Like, buffs? Oofs? Like, something?
Oops.
Like some, like, I can help you. Okay, I'm gonna be so honest. I feel like you might be more experienced with lockpicking than I am. I understand it in theory, but I don't go around breaking into people's houses. I understand how to do it, and I've practiced doing it, so that way I can notice signs of it and stop it from happening. I don't go around and pick locks on a daily basis, so I feel like you're better than me, but I can help you.
Probably. Help would be great. Tempter,
Yes?
Ray, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, I just had to turn Ray's camera back on, and I'm just like, huh?
Every time I look over, something else is happening.
Literally.
Like some...
Nothing's going on. I don't know what you're talking about.
Does anyone else in the party have, like, guidance or
Bardic inspiration. Anything that'll
I
help you with...
I can't do that to myself though.
Cleo has bardic inspiration. If you want to go to wake him up from their nap.
Cleo, it's very
Very
important.
gently
You need to
wake up
pick this
Cleo.
lock.
Cleo, we know you have
Cleo.
religious trauma,
No,
but we need to
you're
break
muted.
into this
Lone, you're
religious
muted.
Rubik's Cube.
Lone, you're muted.
No! I heard you from the room, though.
Lone, what did you say? Tell
I
me,
said,
please.
Cleo, wake up! They hit the Pentagon!
God damn it! Oh, if you guys want, you could gather Cleo, to help out with this.
Oh yes, let's have Cleo help out with the god cube. The
Mhm.
god
I was going to ask
cube.
you
Let's
very
help,
nicely
yeah, no, let's
if
help.
you would like to
Let's
help.
have Cleo help out with the sticky cube.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The cube that they are very so fond of.
Oh, they're so fond of the cube. They're so fond of the very sticky cube.
Vaughn pulls out something from one of his pockets. He's like, I actually got a new thing. to keep in, with everything going on in case of emergencies. But this is a good way to test it to make sure it's working. And he pulls out this small rock with a runing egg encrusted into it, and this is a one-way sending stone, so I can theoretically cast sending to anyone with this once per day and they don't need to have a receiver.
Fun.
Interesting.
And he just holds it up to his mouth like a walkie-talkie. He's like, Cleo, could you please report to my office? This is Vaughn. Prime Tempter needs your help with a cube.
Fuck you and your stupid ass god cube.
Okay, so they
Can
said...
Cleo respond?
Yes, you can respond.
Awesome, that's what Cleo says.
Vaughn turns to the rest of you two and is like, okay, Cleo said, fuck you and your stupid ass god cube. I don't...
That sounds like
That
it.
sounds
Is that a no? I'm guessing?
I
I'll be right over.
want to know.
Eventually, Cleo comes over, and Cleo, you find the three of them all up in Prar's office with this cube sitting on the table between the three of them.
I can't wait to tell Cleo about the religious conspiracy Tempter might have uncovered.
All right. What do you and your cube what do you and your cube require?
We are attempting to pick the lock of the cube.
All right. Okay. Why do you need me?
any additional assistance would be great, because this is the most complicated shit I think any of us will ever see in our lives.
So you want me to inspire you with my
Yes, please.
very cool ability? All right.
Yeah.
I'll go grab. I'll be right back. I'll go grab my my lyre.
I mean, if you want, Prar has an assortment of instruments on him at all times.
I'm getting my shit right. You're watching my shit right instead of cupping.
Hold on, let me remember what. Do you have a lute or a lyre on you? I can also play the harp.
Probably. Oh, where is?
I thought you do have a lute, but I might be wrong on that.
I do have a lute. I will procure a lute. I'd also assume that he just has some of his instruments stashed in Vaughn's office.
Yeah.
It's like if there's a lute, lyre, or harp around, I'm your creature being statue.
Prar just reaches behind one of the couches and pulls out a lute.
Wonderful. All right then. And Cleo plays a little tune and gives you bardic inspiration.
Hey, what's your dice?
A moment, I'm trying to find it. I know, I used it recently, so I'm trying to find it.
I believe. We found out last session.
Yeah, I think so. Like, last session was the first time I ever fucking used it, which was really funny. Where is it?
Prar is going to psych himself up to do this. What am I rolling here? I know it's the Thieves' Tools.
It is Thieves' Tools, which is sleight of hand plus proficiency. And if you have expertise in this, which I don't know if you...
Oh, do you want me to also cast guidance?
Yes.
And Vaughn...
That would be wonderful.
Vaughn is standing directly behind the couch with one shoulder on your hand and the other shoulder just pointing at different parts of the cube and walking you through this, so you have advantage on the roll.
And you have bardic inspiration, and I'm and guidance.
Hold on. If it's sleight of hand plus proficiency.
Mm-hmm. Are you?
No, I'm stupid. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Do you have expertise in this?
And because Von's helping.
Because Von's help, so you
Huh?
have advantage. You have your sleight of hand plus proficiency. You have a d6, and you have a d4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you want me to tell you the DC first?
No.
Okay.
So this is 27.
Okay. You spend you spend the better part of 5 minutes trying to pick this lock. And the more you pick it, the more intricate you realize it is. And the more you are struggling with it. Halfway through it, it's like you are fighting with the springs and the pins to keep them in place. But then halfway through, it's like the machinery is fighting back. And it is pinning your lockpicks in awkward positions, and you have to physically pull them out at some points and put them in different locations, and it's like the lock is fighting you. Bad news, you are not able to pick the lock. Good news, you do not set off the emergency contraption that goes off in attempt that someone picks the lock.
Oh, you're joking.
We didn't set it off.
We didn't set it off. I'm so glad I know that exists now.
I'm so glad.
Now you are aware that if you rolled just a little lower, very bad things could have happened.
I'm so glad that I decided to also cast guidance.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
How much lower?
25.
Oh. I am so glad I decided to also cast guidance.
Yeah.
I was assuming that the DC was like 30 anyways. I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, no, I was assuming at least a DC of 30. Probably more like 35.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that you would have had to have like perfect on every like a perfect 20 and then a nat 20 and then on top of that perfect rolls from my guidance and my bardic inspiration to maybe get it.
Tenter's gonna sit back up and say, I greatly appreciate the attempt from all of you, but this is quite the complicated lock, putting it lightly.
Yeah. I think this is the kind of thing where it is either going to be worth finding some magical lockpicks that will help me do my job better, or find the key. If it exists.
Yes. Surely a key does exist, however, I have no clue where to start.
Yeah.
I believe maybe in the temples of where you got this.
Perhaps. Does Cleo know I got this from Hephaestus himself? I don't think so.
No, you didn't say who you got it from. I just know that it's your fuck ass god cube.
It's my fuck ass god cube.
It's your fuck ass god cube.
It is about this time, Per, you're like sitting back, leaning in the on the couch. The last minute or two of picking the cube, it was it was about halfway through that you realized that the safety was the safety alarm was in the cube. So the last 2 minutes was just trying to get your lockpicks out without triggering anything. And so after that rigorous attempt, you sit back in like on the couch and just relax. And that is when you all start hearing screaming.
Oh dear.
And you rush
What could
over.
that be?
You rush over to the window and you see the large golden serpent-like body of a dragon laying over, crushing parts of roofs, and just laying over a light port. That is where we're going to end this session. And we'll pick this up next week.
Yippee!
I fully assume that, like, upon Prague goes to check things out on behalf of everyone in Vaughn's office and runs into Daisy on the way.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But thank you all for stopping by. We'll pick this back up next week. We will see you then.
All right.
Bye bye.